boots, I would be more on board with walking around in the rain.
Oh, I like this shot right here.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. We'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the Primeval World and the age of the dinosaurs before returning to Mainstreet Station. As we begin our journey, remember that for a safe trip, you need to stay seated.
Please remain seated, folks. Remain seated.
Inside the train. And please watch your children.
Bienvenidos a bordo del Disneyland Railroad. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
You're going so fast.
Our first stop is New Orleans Square Station. But to get there, we need to pass through the wilds of Adventureland. It may seem peaceful through here, but trust me, it's a real jungle out there. Literally. So be on the lookout. You just never know what might be lurking along the rails. Just ahead is New Orleans Square Station. This station also serves
Also calling into New Orleans Fairland Station. This is for Pirates of the Caribbean. Indiana Jones, Sergeant Treehouse, the world famous Jungle Cruise, Haunted Mansion, Splash Mountain, the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and all of New Orleans Square. This will also be your stop for our new Star Wars land, the Galaxy's Edge. If you step off here, go up around the corner past the Haunted Mansion, keep right on going through Critter Country, you'll end up right in front of the Millennium Falcon. Remain seated, folks. Watch your step as you exit. The platform is wet, so do take your time. Thank you.
That loud sound is called a blowdown. They release a lot of steam from the boiler all at once in order to clear the sediment from the bottom of the boiler. Sediment builds up, as you can imagine, when they're constantly boiling water.
Alright, we'll this character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is this character an enhanced human, someone with superpowers.
To those just joining us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Please watch your feet. We're now entering Splash Mountain, rumored to be the location of the Tomorrowland Marketplace. If you look real hard, you just won't find it. It's where the critters are celebrating and zipping a good on the road.
I said that for the so that it looks like people with superpowers or like we're just really smart and just like Iron Man.
Speaking of critters, this place we're passing over is home to a whole bunch of them. Here in Critter Country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Brer Rabbit, and Brer Bear on their fun-filled adventures. As we steam past Hungry Bear Restaurant, last outpost in these parts, we're now joining up with the Rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see. rather than the monster played by viewing stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the trains of a whole new generation as they moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams and the stories that went with them were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable, like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that the mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness. This tunnel signals our transition from the frontier to another kind of fear, the ones you'll find on Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our next stop is Toontown Depot, official train station of Mickey's Toontown, cartoon home where Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends live. Toontown Depot is also the gateway to Fantasyland, where you'll find many of your favorite Disney animated characters and stories. If you're leaving us here, please wait until the train comes to a full stop. Remember your personal belongings, then step carefully from the train. Have fun, and say hi to Mickey and Minnie. For those of you continuing on with us, we'll be resuming our trip in just a moment.
Folks, this is our stop here in Toontown. This will also be your stop for Mickey and the Magical Map, which is going to be stopping in the Fantasyland Theater here in just about 2 minutes. If you'd like to check it out, it's nice in there. It's going to be a nice show. It's a good place to sit out of the rain. And right here in the Fantasyland Theater, right across.
Is she American? No. Is she British? No. Is she European? No.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us on the Disneyland Railroad. For a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
¿Qué tal, amigos y bienvenidos a bordo? Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain.
Yes. It's Asia! That's on the continent of Asia! That is on the continent of Asia.
We're now steaming forward into the future to a land inspired by visions of tomorrow, both practical and imaginative. Here you'll find rocket ships and star steamers, submarines and astroblasters, and, if you look overhead, maybe a glimpse of a Mark 7 monorail. This is the latest version of the first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere, gliding above Disneyland since 1959.
It's an actress, right?
Below the monorail,
Knocks out all the
are the
Kardashians.
fun-filled roadways of the Autopia. Drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of these cars. No experience or license required. If you're into soaring spaceships or doing battle with evil empires and
reality
emperors,
shows are scripted.
Tomorrowland is definitely the place
Is
for
it a
you.
Kardashian?
Speaking of which,
Folks, we're pulling into the Tomorrowland station as we are stopped for Star Tours, Spacebound, the Disneyland Monorail, the Utopia. Also Finding Nemo, Submarine Voyage, and many more. Charlotte is here. Please wait for the train to come to a full stop. Gather up all your personal belongings. Watch your step as you exit. This is Tomorrowland, Station of the Future.
cut. We'll be on our way again in just a minute.
Alright. Let's scuttle off to space.
Once again, folks, I'd like to welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. Our next stop will be Mainstreet. As we go through the tunnel in front of us, please no flash photography, lights on video cameras, lighted toys, and do supervise your children. Next stop, Mainstreet, Disneyland, USA.
To those who have just come aboard, welcome. The next leg of our journey will take us from the fantastic world of the future to the breathtaking beauty of nature's own design, the Grand Canyon. For your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Watch your children and no flash devices.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado entre las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Por favor, no tome fotografías con rápido.
We are going so fast. Wow. Wait, you rushed through that so fast.
We're now returning to our own time and to Mainstreet Station, gateway to Disneyland. If you're leaving us here, stay in your seat until we come to a full stop. Remember to gather all your personal belongings and step carefully from the train. I'd especially like to thank those of you who've been with me for the Grand Circle Tour of Disneyland. We hope you enjoyed your travels with us and that you'll come back to ride with us again real soon. For those of you staying with us, we'll be on our way.